Hi there, I'm JC and this is Dadbod with JC. I'm doing exercises for about 60 minutes every evening, or at least trying to. I'm doing it most evenings. I'm being pretty good about it actually. Um, Today I have a bunch of stretches. So twice a week I just do the full 60 minutes with stretches as like body parts get tight. Like today I'm feeling pretty tight in the shoulders. So I'm going to do upper back and shoulder stretches and hamstring stretches as well. That's towards the end. So I'm going to start the session with the shoulder stretches and upper back stretches, and end it with some hamstring stretches. That's it. All right, I'll go ahead and get started here. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them in the chats. I'm starting off with a cat-cow. Um, just going to do 2 sets of the cat-cows just to get things going. It's a nice warm-up. It's nice and easy. It's not too dynamic. So the idea is I'm trying to avoid injury here and get started with something nice and easy. So for the cat-cows, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and bringing your back down for cow, holding for a couple seconds, bringing up to cat, and repeating that 3 times, actually 4 times. That was 1. Cow, cat for 2, cow, cat for 3, cow, cat for 4. Yeah, that's 1 set of the cat-cows. I'll shake it out a little bit, take a few breaths of air, and go right back to another set of cat-cows here. Place here. I think it's in the right place. I might just adjust it a little later. In any case, boy, my neck and shoulders really are stiff. I'll do another cat-cows, and hopefully the next one will open up my neck and shoulders a little bit. All right, back in the same position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Coming down for a cow. Cat for 1. Cow. Cat for 2. Cow. Cat for 3. Cow. Cat for 4. I'm really glad I called out the numbers because I forgot what I was doing for this for a second. My mind was wandering. I might be doing these too late in the evening. I'm a little bit tired, but for the child's pose, I'm just going to do them twice over. It's pretty straightforward. Bringing the forearms down to the mat, followed by my forehead to the shoulder. I mean to the mat, in between my shoulders, in between my elbows, really, and pressing my butt towards. My butt's in the air, but I'm going to be pressing it towards my ankles. So 1 more breath, and I'll get to it. Get in the child's pose. Head to the mat. Butt pressing towards the ankles. Holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 1. I'm just going to do the child's pose 1 more time. That did open up my shoulders a little bit. It's a good stretch. I'm glad I'm doing the 2 stretches a week. I'm doing other things that are a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more muscle building activities for the other 5 days a week. And the 2 days a week of stretching really allows me to limber up so I can do the other 5. On top of it, I'm doing some cardio work, maybe a little running. I'm going to try to just ease in the stuff like 20 minutes of running, 20 minutes of biking. I play tennis occasionally. That I don't ease into. Like last weekend, I played a couple hours of tennis. That's just for fun. I love that sport. Anyways, one more child's pose coming up. Forearms to the ground, forehead to the ground, butt pushing towards the ankles and holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. That's good. All right, next up. That's moving along nicely. I'm feeling a lot better. Those child's poses really helped me out. Crossbody shoulder stretch. Okay, so for the crossbody shoulder stretch, I was just reading about this. It's just one of these shoulder stretches. So I guess I can start off with my arms wide, and then I'm only going to stretch one arm at a time. So I'll bring this arm over and hold it here. I have to hold it for 20 counts. So I'll just start from 20, 19, 18, 17, breathing into the stretch, 16, trying to deepen the stretch, 15, 14, 13, 12, trying to relax too, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It just occurred to me while I was doing that, I should have engaged my core. Core wasn't doing anything. I had time to engage it. I had energy to engage it. So on this other side, I'll also talk about engaging the core, because that's what I'm going to try to do. You know, just tighten it up like a little crunch. It's just a miniature crunch there, but you tighten it up so you can feel something going on there. So again, I'll working on the other shoulder. First, spread both of them nice and wide. Take a deep breath, and then bring this shoulder across, and use the other arm to deepen the stretch. I guess at this point I'll engage my core a little bit and see if I can do a little crunch while I'm standing. Yeah, there's a little activity there in the core. So working on this for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, engaging the core, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, engaging the core, 6, 5, really bearing down on the core for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, for the last 5 seconds, there's only five more counts coming up. I'm really going to bear down on my core and really engage it, because by that time, I'll have stretched out, loosened up my shoulder, kind of as much as I was going to go loosen it up or stretch it out. And so really, I'll spend the last 5 seconds bearing down on the core and seeing if I can tuck it in a little bit better, crunch it a little bit better. I'm doing 2 sets of those, so the crossbody shoulder stretch. So again, I'll come back to the original arm. Wow, there's still a bunch of tightness up there. It's on my neck area. My shoulder feels a lot better. So here, breathing into the shoulder, getting some breath in there, and then bringing the shoulder across, holding it across, deepening the stretch, taking some breaths in and counting down from 20, engaging the core. 19, 18, 17, engaging the core. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, Keep engaging the core, keep deepening the stretch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Really bearing down on the core for the last 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. That felt really satisfying, actually. So I'll try to do the same on this other side. Last side for the crossbody shoulder stretch. So starting off with both arms wide open, bringing the stretching arm across, holding it there with the, I guess, the loose arm. Deepening the stretch a little bit for 20, tightening that core. 19, 18, engaging the core. 17, 16, 15, tighten the core, deepen the stretch. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I'm feeling it on my obliques right now. 9, 8, deepening the stretch. 7, 6, 5. Really burn the core, engage the core. Max it out, I guess. 4, 3. Okay, I'm going to shake this out. Shoulders feel a lot better. I still have a lot of tightness here in my neck. I don't know if I have anything. Well, we'll see. We'll see if something comes up that'll release my neck. If it doesn't come up, I'll have to add something because my shoulders feel great. The left and right here feel pretty good. The neck, not so much. But that's how it started. I came into the exercises already feeling that way. Next up is the crossbody arm swings. All right, so I'm going to read off my notes here because it's a little complicated. In the end, it's just going to look like this. Swing, swing, alternating sides. So on one swing, there's 5 lines of detail here. Inhale and lift arms out to the sides. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Okay, so squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale and gently bring your arms in towards each other. Cross right arm over the left, keeping both arms straight. And then I repeat it by crossing the left arm over the right. So just alternating which arm is on top. I'm just doing 10 reps. So got to make sure I'm not going to hit this wall here too bad at least. So I open my arms up wide, take a deep breath, close in my shoulder blades. So my shoulder blades are going to be doing a lot of moving. So right now they're pretty compact, and now they got to let go. Compact, let go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe. 8, 9, and 10. All right, through all that, I could have engaged my core. I didn't engage my core. I could have engaged my core. I'm actually going to engage my core here in this next set of 10 reps. So it's a dynamic shoulder loosening exercise, and it's a bit of a stretch for the shoulders. It's really what it comes down to. So I'll start up again. Shoulder blades together, arms wide out. Taking a deep breath. I'm going to engage my core this time because otherwise it's doing nothing. So I'm going to engage my core and coming over across for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keeping my core engaged was difficult there because there's a lot going on up top I'm trying to keep track of, and I'll do better engaging my core for the next set. One more set to go with the crossbody arm swings. Taking a sip of water. Getting thirsty after that. All right, here we go. Last set of the crossbody arm swings. My feet are about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, just so I have good balance and ability to stabilize should anything go off. Bringing my arms wide open, shoulder blades together. Taking a deep breath, engaging my core as best I can. I mean, the core isn't the essential part of this exercise, but might as well get a little core work in while I can. And crossing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, not too bad. It was hard to keep the core engaged. I was able to do it for the first few, but then as I was focusing in on my shoulders, kind of lost track of the core. I'm a little sleepy, so that doesn't make things easier. Okay, so those are the crossbody arm swings. Next up is the shoulder roll. I've done this before. 10 shoulder rolls over and 10 under. What I do for the shoulder rolls is I bring my shoulders up, forward, down, and back, and I move in that direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Now I'm going to reverse the way. Just going to bring my shoulders up to the back, down to the front, up for 10 and around. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I got 2 sets of that, so that was set 1, number 1. I got a second set coming up. Taking a few seconds just to catch some air. And getting started again. Shoulders, I guess start with the shoulders loose and then bring them up to the forwards, down, and back. Around for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with those. Now I'm going to reverse that for going up to the back, down to the front, and around in that direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it for the shoulder rolls. Pretty straightforward. It did relax my neck a little bit. My neck was really tight. Now that helped my neck quite a bit actually. Next up is the Ragdoll Pose. So it's just a forward fold in reality. I'm trying to get the top of my head pointing to the ground. I don't know if I'll make it all the way down there, but I'll give it a go. And the other thing I'm going to do is hold my arms together as I swing down there. Supposed to hold this for 30 seconds each go. So for that, I'll set a timer for 35 seconds. When I start the timer, it gives me 5 seconds to get into the position. So before I get started, I'll take a quick sip of water. Then I'll get started here in just a few seconds. If you're following along, that's fantastic. And yeah, don't forget to hydrate. Okay, here we go. Ragdoll pose for 30 seconds. I'm starting my timer for 35 seconds. It'll give me 5 seconds to get in the pose. My feet are shoulder width apart, my knees slightly bent. I'm trying to get the top of my head towards the ground and my elbows. I'm kind of holding my arms at the elbows and just relaxing, letting go. And I'll call time when my timer is up. In my case, I want to relax my neck and my shoulders. That's where I had my tension before. This is giving me a good hamstring stretch as well. And that's time. So slowly coming back up, rolling back up, nice and slow. That's good. All right, I'm going to take a couple breaths and go right back down to it. So a couple breaths, maybe 5 or 10 seconds here. I'll get right back to it. In the meantime, I'll just roll my neck around a little bit. I do need to loosen up my neck a little bit here. Whoa. All right, here we go. Start my timer, giving myself 5 seconds to get down below. My head pointing towards the ground, the top of my head pointing towards the ground, holding my elbows and relaxing my entire upper body like a rag doll. Shaking it a little bit just to make sure everything's loose. It's supposed to be loose. If there's any stiffness in the upper body, a little shake will reveal it, and you can loosen it up with your mind. And that's time. Rolling back up. I got one more set of ragdoll coming up. I like that ragdoll quite a bit. I might throw in a fourth set. Let me see what the time's looking like. Maybe. I'll just stick to the plan. I've got a lot here planned out, so I'll stick to my plan. Later on, I'll throw in a ragdoll if I got it extra time. Last ragdoll coming up. Going to start my timer. Give myself a few seconds to get down. Holding my arms at the elbows. Letting loose of my head, my neck, my shoulders. Wiggling around a little bit. Looking for things I need to relax. And if I find it, I'll relax it. That's time. Felt pretty good, actually. My neck's feeling better. Next up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one. This one is kind of a reach exercise for me. I think I've tried to do this in the past at like a little fitness in the gym member, as when I go to the gym, I try to follow along in like yoga class or whatever. It's called Eagle Arm Stretch. When I tried to do it at the gym, it didn't work, but let's see if I can follow these instructions. Allow the right arm to cross under the left. So I'm going to have my right arm underneath the left. Cradle the left elbow in the crook of the right arm. I already feel like I can't do that, but I'll give it a try without the notes in my hands. And try to touch the palms together, or at least the back of the hands. All right, so I'm supposed to hold this for 30 seconds. But okay, so here goes. One arm underneath, the other arm with the elbow cradled in the other elbow. And now my palms are supposed to touch together. Well, that ain't happening right now. I'll try. I'll just press to try to get that to happen for 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a bit of a fail, but I'm still getting a good stretch. So let me see if I have a chat in here. Yeah, I am giving it my best shot. I do appreciate that. I've failed at this before, and you know, if I keep at it, eventually I'll get it right. I'm nowhere near it, but I'll keep going. I'm gonna keep trying it. It's a fun-looking thing. Like I see other people do it. In this case, I'm just gonna go this arm into this so this elbow goes into the crook of this elbow, and then these palms are supposed to touch. I can't do that, but I'll stretch it for 20, 19, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Yeah, over the course of that 20 seconds, I was able to get him like just a little bit closer, and yeah, I'll keep at it. I want to do this. I mean, the reason I threw it, I knew I probably couldn't do it, but I definitely want to throw it in there and challenge myself a little bit. And later on, you know, a week, a month, a year from now, whatever, however long it takes, I'll be happy. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah. No, I've seen a ton of people doing it. It's called Eagle Arm Stretch. When I go to the gym, I've taken a few yoga classes at the gym, and I want to say more than 90% of the people can do it. I can't. Never. Probably, maybe a long time ago, maybe I could do it, but lately, in the last couple of years, ain't happening for me. But I'm gonna keep trying it because it looks like a cool little pose. Because they do it with other like leg things too. I'm not trying with the leg things. I want to get this part straight. All right, so here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again, anyways. So it's about getting the elbows together, and at the very least, I'm supposed to have like at the very least the palms together or the back of the hand resting in one hand, and the elbows kind of resting in there too. So I'm not too terribly far from it, but I'm not that close either. So I'm going to hold this for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, that's called the Eagle Arm Stretch. And yeah, I got one more set of that to go. I'm just reversing which arm is on top here. And I might as well get started. I do feel a nice stretch in here. It's a unique stretch. It's right through here somewhere. I mean, most of my shoulder stretches, I feel kind of more superficial over here, but this one, so I'm going to reverse arms here and try it again. Holding for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I'm going to engage my core just to get something done. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's done for that. Good enough for the moment. Next up is thread the needle. For thread the needle, it's kind of like getting into a plank and bringing one shoulder through and holding that there. I didn't put any time in here. I'll just hold it there for 6 count, come back up and do the other side. And I'm going to do three sets of that. The video, I watched the video of this right before starting here. So yeah, I think I can do this one actually. All right, quick sip of water. Getting down for the thread the needle. So I'm going to get down in a bit of a modified plank position on my knees here. And then this arm kind of threads through for the, I guess, a shoulder stretch. I'm kind of confused. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up in the plank right now, but this feels pretty comfortable. I'm going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to the plank, and I'm going to change arms, alternate arms, and thread the needle with this guy. Coming all the way down and holding that stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. That was one set. I'll do a second set. This is the first time I'm doing this on my own. I feel like there's about 3 or 4 things I'm doing wrong. I'll go back and do some more internet research and come back and do it a little bit better next time, hopefully. But for the time being, I'm getting a decent stretch on my shoulder, and that's what I'm looking for. So threading the needle again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming back up. All right, alternating arms again. Threading that needle through. I think my butt is supposed to stay up. I'll just do it this way just to finish it off for consistency's sake. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done with that. So that's it for my upper back and shoulder stretching exercises. Next up, I have a bunch of hamstring stretches. So if you're following along, I'll be doing mostly hamstring stretches at this point. I'll check for chats and get back to it. Okay. There we go. All right, next up is the seated forward fold. So for this seated forward fold, I'm just going to have my legs together and fold in front. The idea is this is supposed to be a hamstring stretch these guys right here. I'm going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Take a couple of breaths of air. Like 2 more breaths of air here. I just need to fill up my body with as much air as I can, much oxygen as I can. One of the downsides of doing this at the end of the day is I'm usually tired. So I'm feeling a little tired right now, so I'll take an extra breath of air. And get back to it. A seated forward fold. Legs straight out front. Folding at the waist. Bringing my belly buttons towards my thighs. Bringing my hands towards my feet here. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's supposed to be a hamstring exercise, but I'm feeling it more in my calves here. I'm feeling a little bit on my hamstrings, but more in my calves. My calves are a little tight. If I have extra time, I'll probably throw in some calf exercises or calf stretches. Seated V forward fold. So it's essentially the same forward fold, except my legs are going to be in the V shape. So here we go. Legs in a V shape. I'm going down the middle, bending at the waist, taking a deep breath in before I get started, and stretching out front for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with that set. I felt a little bit of a better stretch here on my hamstrings. Still felt it on my calves. And I'll let go here. Take a couple breaths and keep going on. All right, taking my breaths. Right now I'm flexing my feet up so I can get a more of a stretch on the lower part of my legs, my calves, my hamstrings. And at this point I'm going to press forward, bending at the waist, trying to bring my belly button to the floor in front of me, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did feel a small little improvement from this on the second set to the first. So felt great actually. All right, next up, seated static stretch. So more or less the same stretch. One leg out, one leg bent to the knee or thigh, like I have it here. And gonna bring my belly button around to over top this thigh. And while I'm stretching, I'm gonna bring my belly button towards my thigh and bring my hands towards the outstretched foot. Take a deep breath before starting. Maybe 2. And stretch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Switching legs. After this set, I'm going to have to take a sip of water. My mouth's parched. All right, here we go. Bringing my belly button over top this thigh. Taking a deep breath or 2 before starting. And getting going. Pressing down and forward and Belly button to the thigh for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if you caught this, but my opposite hand, which has had trouble reaching my toe, it's all the way at the toe. I was able to deepen my stretch with every breath, with every count. As I was counting, I was breathing, and I got there with this hand. So hopefully on the next set I'll be able to do the same with both sides. I know I can do it this side. The other side I was getting close earlier, but okay, so I'll do one more set. I needed to get a drink of water, and but I'm pretty pleased with that progress. I've been wanting that. I think I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks now. I was getting closer. Anyway, so I got there on that one side today. I just hope I can get it there on the other side as well. Not even sure what to call that. Toe touching with both hands. I guess the stretch is called the seated static stretch. And that doesn't really explain it. Touch my toe with both hands. That's what I'll call this session, because I don't know if I've done that yet. I guess this might be like right around day 30. I'm doing this every day. I started about 30 days ago. I was really in rough shape 30 days ago. And every day seen a little bit of an improvement. Anyways, I'll point my belly button towards his thigh. Take a couple breaths. Try to relax my body, my back, my shoulders, my neck, my head even, my ears, my legs. The more relaxed I am, the easier it'll be to breathe and stretch. 2 more breaths. And I'm starting on this stretch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was able to get there. For the last 3 or 4 counts, I was there on both sides. Mission accomplished on that little piece. Now the next mission would be to be able to do that more consistently. This is the first time I've been able to do that. And now, if I do some, a day or 2 from now, if I try the same, I can't quite get there. I won't like rip a muscle trying to get there. I'll just relax some more and bend some more. Okay, one more side to go. This is really great progress for me. If you're following along at home, I hope you're getting some progress too. I'm kind of ecstatic. Tired, but ecstatic about that, in all honesty. There's a chat out there. Before I get started, I'll go look at the chat. Let's see. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. You have a great day tomorrow. I know you have a long day coming on, but yeah, I'll try. Yeah, on the weekends I try to do this at 6 to 7 p.m. But the weekends I'm less reliable because it's the weekend, But yeah, hope to see you soon, and yeah, I really appreciate all the support and positive comments. I really do. Have a good one. All right, here we go. So the static stretch, bringing my belly button over top of this thigh, and taking a deep breath, and stretching out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Okay, I feel really good about that. Mine's blowing a little bit. I thought it might be another month or two before I could get that stretch in. But there I go. Okay. The next up is the standing stretch with chair. So I'll bring a chair over here. 1 foot flat on the chair, leaning my hips forward, holding for 8. So the idea is I'll just bring a chair and demonstrate. Yeah, it's just one of the hamstrings will get stretched at a time. Oh, wrong way. There we go. This again is called the standing stretch. All right, here you go. So 1 foot up, the other foot back. The straight leg's the one that's getting the stretch. Holding the back of the chair for balance and pressing my hips forward to deepen my stretch. I can feel the stretch more on my calf muscles than on the hamstring right now. My calves are just really tight apparently. I haven't really been stretching my calves as much as I should have been recently. So. Oh, and if I lean forward, I get more of a hamstring possibly. Still feeling my calves. Well, you know, if nothing else, I'm stretching out my calves here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. All right, that's one side. To complete the set, I'll do the other side. And get down into position, bringing my hips forward, stretching out. It looks like the calf again. Yeah, I'm feeling my calves. I'm trying to get to my hamstrings, but the calves are super tight. So the calf's going to stretch for 8, 7, almost got the hamstring, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done with that one. Okay, that was one set. I got a second set coming up. Take a quick water break here. Taking some breaths of air. I'll run up here, take a look at the chats. Oh, I got some likes over on this side, and I really appreciate all the positivity. Some great positivity out there tonight. I really appreciate it. All right, coming up for getting into stretching my, turns out it's going to stretch my calves more than my hamstrings. I've done this before and it stretched my hamstrings, but it's calf night tonight. Pressing my hips forward, trying to find the hamstring stretch and still finding my calves for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming out of there, switching feet. And coming back into the stretch. Looking for the hamstrings, but I'm sure I'm going to find my calves again. Pressing my hips forward, deepening the stretch. I'm going to hold that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one is lying down stretch. So for that, I'm going to lie straight back, one leg up, slight knee bend, hands wrap around the thigh, slowly straighten the leg, hips stay on the floor. Hold for 8. So it's going to be one leg at a time. I'm going to get this chair out of the way. And Bringing this mat back down. So I got one leg at a time coming up here. Doing okay on time. Let's see. I might be able to get the rest of this. All right. All right. Getting back down. Bringing one leg up. Getting my hands around the thigh. And then straightening that leg for a stretch. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly releasing. It's important for me to slowly release because when I've been releasing more, quickly, I get like a shooting pain sometimes. Sometimes not, but sometimes I do. I want to avoid the shooting pains. So the other leg's coming up, holding it behind my thigh, straightening it out, holding that stretch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. I'm going to come back up for a couple of breaths of air. If I wasn't talking so much, I might not have to come back up for air, but I got to talk. All right, getting back down to it. I'm going to lie on my back, bring one of my legs up, hold it with both hands behind the thigh, straighten the leg up, and feel the stretch on my hamstring. So here we go. Holding the thigh, pressing that leg up straight, feeling the stretch on the hamstring, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And done. All right. That was the one side. I got another side coming up. Taking 2 breaths of air. Coming back down and finishing it off for the other side. Lifting the leg up. Knee bent is fine. Grabbing it with both hands behind the thigh. Straightening it out for the hamstring stretch. You're going to hold that for 8, 7, 6. Deepening the stretch if I can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. I felt some stretching there. Oh, that's it. That was my second set over there. That's good enough. All right, next one up. Head down stretch. So hands behind me. I'm going to be standing up for this. Hands behind me. Legs shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. Legs stay straight. I'm going to bend forward at the hips with my hands holding my hands behind me. It looks like tuck my chin and hold for 8 counts. So it's similar to the ragdoll, but with the ragdoll I was holding my elbows. With the head down stretch, I'm holding my arms behind my back. So it's going to stretch slightly different. It's going to feel and stretch slightly differently. The other one was more of a release. The ragdoll is a release for the full upper body. This one's going to be a little different. I've done this one before. Can't recall what all the details, but here we'll find out soon. Head down stretch. So feet are shoulder width apart. Legs are straight, bending slightly, bending forward the hips, tucking my chin. Once I get to where I'm going, I'm going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done with that set. Let's see how many sets I got planned. I got one more set planned here. Okay, cool. I'm running low on time, so I'll just get started with it again. Head down stretch, taking a breath, and then coming back down. I'm holding my hands behind my back, bending at the waist, tucking my chin, holding that stretch for my hamstrings for 8, 7, deepening the stretch, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly back up. Next up is the scissor stretch. Almost the same exact exercise. Almost, not quite. Ooh, I got some more chats. Let me see what the chats are doing. Workout's going great. Yeah, the workout's doing great. I really appreciate the positivity out there. If you can throw some positivity out there towards me. The next exercise I'm doing is the last one on my list here. I'm trying to keep these things to about 60 minutes total. So I'm right there. I'm almost there for the 60 minutes. Last one is scissor stretch. My feet are going to be about 2 feet apart from each other. 1 foot in front of the other, kind of like a scissor deal. And I'm going to hold my hands behind my back. And then I believe it's my front leg that's going to get the stretch here, if I remember correctly. So I'm bending at the waist, tucking my chin in, looking for the stretch. Definitely found the stretch on my front leg. Try not to fall over. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly back up. I think my legs are supposed to be spread apart a little bit more. I kept wanting to fall over with that one. So next one, I'm going to spread my legs. I'm still going to scissor about the same way. I'm going to spread them a little further apart so I can keep my balance better maybe. Or maybe my balance is really off because I'm a little tired. It's the end of the day, right? Well, end of the day for me at least. Hands behind my back, bending at the waist, facing forward here, tucking my chin in. Once I get to my stretch, I'm going to count for 8. I'm just tired. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. One more set of that, and I'm going to sign off. I'm going to take some big gulps of air here. All right, here we go. One more set. Legs scissored, hands held behind the back, bending at the hips, tucking the chin, finding the stretch for my front leg here, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up nice and slow. I got one more set coming up. This will be my last set, then I'm going to sign off. I'm JC. This has been Dad Bod with JC. I'm about day 30 into this. I've started out day 1 without any regular exercise whatsoever. I've been going out bicycling and running and going to the gym for these little classes, but it wasn't regular. It was like once or twice a week. This is really close to every day. Missing a day here or there because, you know, life happens. But yeah, I'm really close to every day with the 60 minutes, and I am seeing some improvement so far. So, you know, hopefully, if you want to follow along, fantastic. Okay, legs out, stretch, scissored, about shoulder width apart, chin tucked, hands held behind my back, finding the stretch in my front leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up nice and slow. I want to thank you for throwing any positivity my way. Likes, follows, subscribes. I love it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you next time.